Hello to everyone. My name is Davide Cavaliere. I'm an electrical engineer. I studied at Politecnico di Milano from 2006 to 2012. I'm currently living in Japan since 2011 and I'm working for Marelli in the Electrica powertrain division. So it was back in 2006. I was studying at high school in Verona, and luckily I had very good professors of mathematics and physics, and I really liked, especially physics, what was related to electrical sciences. And my father worked for Enel, one of the companies in Italy that are related to electric energy production, and he suggested me to study electrical engineering. I chose Politecnico di Milano because most of my cousins who are living in Milano studied there, so that was the obvious choice. It was back in 2009. I got my bachelor's degree and some friends of mine wanted to study abroad. So I thought, why shouldn't I do the same? I really had interest in Japan at that time because I like manga and anime. So I said I should definitely go there. Also because Japan was known to be very good in robotics and also automotive. I have to say that was kind of tricky because first of all I had to apply to study abroad. Then there was a selection inside Politecnico di Milano, and luckily I was chosen to be one of the students who could go abroad. That was kind of easy, I think, but the difficult point was to find a professor in Tokyo Institute of Technology who could accept me. And yeah, that was difficult because I sent a lot of emails, but most of the professors were not replying to me. I think that the main reason was due to the language, because I was writing in English, but most professors did not, maybe they faded out my emails, because most of them prefer people to contact them in Japanese. That was a big shock, yeah, I have to say, because I arrived, I think, the end of March or first day of April, and I arrived the late evening, and I took the bus to Shibuya, which is one of the central areas of Tokyo. It was really full of people. I didn't know where to go, a lot of trains, a lot of things. And the day after, I think at 4 or 5 in the morning, I went out, and it was very beautiful because there were so many cherry trees with their flowers. That is, I think, definitely one of the best periods to go to Japan. The professor I found in Precision and Intelligence Laboratory of Tokyo Institute of Technology was researching topics about robotics applied to surgery robots. So he proposed me to do some research about image processing, in particular case the image processing applied to stereo vision in order to detect the position of hand fingers in the 3D space, and therefore for for the machine to understand the movements of the person and, for example, actuate the position of some actuator accordingly. That was for many reasons. For example, one of the reasons is that I wanted to improve my knowledge of Japanese. Also, I really liked Japanese culture, and also I had a girlfriend, and yes, she's now my wife, and we have also a daughter. I wanted to stay with her, so for these three reasons mainly, I decided to stay in Japan. After my studies, I did a 6-month internship at TÜV Rheinland. I was doing battery testing and designing some battery testing equipment, for example, for penetration testing. The knowledge I got at Politecnico about some tools like LabVIEW was very important for me. And that time I could also have get some skills about how lithium-ion batteries work inside, how to measure them. That was very interesting. After that, I graduated in 2012, and I started working for a couple of years in a CNC machining related company, so automation company. But to be honest, I wanted to work in the automotive business, and in 2014, I switched to Marelli. Luckily, I had the opportunity to do that, and I started working in the engine control unit, ECU, development, in particular hardware and software. And recently, last year, I had the opportunity to switch to the electrification, electric powertrain division of my company, Marelli, which formerly was called Magneti Marelli, but the name changed to Marelli after the fusion with a Japanese company called Calsonic Kansei. One of the things I really like is that people are on average very polite and respectful of the environment around them, and also the food is very good. There are many beautiful places to visit. You can easily go to the sea. There is a sea everywhere basically in Japan around, and also the mountains. There are many beautiful places to visit. The culture is really good, and the culture is also very interesting. And what I don't like is that sometimes the relationship between people are, I think, more superficial. It's difficult to get very close to other people. Usually people try to be separated from each other, but luckily in my case, the fact of being able to speak Japanese helped me a lot. Also the fact that I have a Japanese wife helped me to be accepted more, because in general I think that Japanese people have some kind of I don't know if fear is the right word, but they try to be separated from foreigners in general. Yes, definitely I would suggest Politecnico di Milano to people who want to study engineering, and in my case, in particular, electrical engineering. The reason is that Politecnico di Milano gives strong knowledge on mechanics, electricity, power electronics, electromagnetic compatibility, for example, control theory, many things that are necessary for electrical engineers nowadays to be competitive on the job market. Also, Milano is a beautiful city to live, and definitely I would suggest Politecnico di Milano, absolutely. I would suggest everyone to go abroad outside of Italy for some time, 6 months or 1 year, whatever, to see the world around, improve the skills, English skills, language skills, for example English, but also, I don't know, German or French, Spanish, or also outside of Europe. I think US could be a good choice, or Asia, China, Japan, there are many. So go abroad is my first suggestion, and my second suggestion is don't limit your knowledge to what the university proposed to you, because that absolutely is not sufficient. The current technical knowledge is constantly changing. New technologies, the electrical engineering, let me say, technology is exponentially evolving, continuously evolving. So you don't have to limit to what the university proposes to you. So try to search some new information about cutting edge topics. I would say neural networks, deep learning is something that is growing exponentially. New materials, wide bandgap materials apply to power electronics, new control methods for electric motors, whatever. There are so many things that you should investigate because they are going to be necessary in the next years and decades. For example, smart grids, electric mobility, hybrid cars, electric cars. So try to don't limit yourself to what the university proposes to you, but always search by yourself, read the newspaper, search IEEE for new papers, new technologies, whatever. That is absolutely necessary.